Welcome in, everybody. I'm finally putting together the video for the studio tour that I got to go on when I was in Manchester. I was volunteering at the event, BTS slash behind the scenes volunteer. Yeah, for short, we just all got called each other BTS. Or on our lanyards and t-shirts we had Citizens on there, which is pretty cool. So yeah, awesome event. I'm going to recap that with the BTS video that I'm allowed to put up this coming weekend, so I'm still under NDA for that, so I can't really talk too much about that and put any pictures or anything about that yet. So I'm just gonna cover myself, wait until then to give you all the information and then break down the event, show some behind the scenes photos, and also go over the whole event of all my pictures that I took, which aren't technically under NDA because them pictures are in the general area when it was all open to the public, but I think I'll rather just do it all in one go. But an awesome experience that I've kind of put my name forward for the start of the year. They basically put out an application form and then contacted me around August to do that, but I'll go into more detail to do that. But part of that, and kind of a gesture of saying thank you to us, at the end we also got a studio tour that also some content creators and YouTubers and stuff like that and streamers got access to as well. So a select few people had it tour. So ours was the last one of the day, the fourth one. So yeah, they done loads after the event. So Gerard and all the other CIG staff put on a long day after doing day two. Long day of like, they were obviously setting this event up from like Monday or Tuesday, and that's not including the planning. And then yeah, with all that, so I really appreciate that. Thanks to them for letting us have a studio tour and fitting us in, and yeah, being able to do that. So we're going to switch screens here, and I'm going to go through side by side of the studio tour. Now, stupidly, I took a lot of vertical pictures because I'm on a phone, thinking that'd be great, and vertical contents will be great. So when I recover this with doing some YouTube shorts and maybe even some TikTok, if I dabble in that, then the contents will be great for that. But most of my pictures are vertical, so apologies for that, but hopefully it looks good on the slideshow. So this is outside. This is after the event, but I just thought I'd show you what the outside of the studio looks. As you can tell, it's a bit dark, so this is after we came out, but I got a shot of like the Cloud Imperium signs, the digital signs. They're based in an office building. Looks like they share it with booking.com as well, but they take up the majority of the building. I'm not sure if they cover every floor, but there's like 600 staff in this building, so I would imagine they do. So this is from outside. The tour was hosted by Jared. He took us around with a few other staff as well, because they obviously need to kind of have some security there and not let us all wander off. You've got a Cloud Imperium sign, so this is from the outside, so you can just see this from the public. Awesome Cloud Imperium sign there. And then you enter these double doors, which kind of enters into a massive foyer, and as I said, booking.com had their sign and like offices access to the left, and then you go to the right, and through the doors to this class, as you can see on the right, this is the area, which is really cool. Felt like you were on Microtech itself, on a space station or in one of the spaceports. So yeah, that was awesome. Massive screen there. That is actually a TV screen. It's not just like a lit up display. You got a seating area, and you had a receptionist off to the left as well. I wish I got more pictures of it, but we were kind of going to get rushed through because we were catching up with the tour. We were the last group going in with some other staff. So you got this bit and this awesome creature as well, the Vandal, which is the kind of main villains in Squadron42, and also I'm sure you'll be facing these in Star Citizen in the Persistent universe, in the MMO version of the game. So that statue's huge, bigger than me. I believe it's life size. I wish I could have stood next to it. I don't know if you can get a grasp of from here. You can kind of see the sign here. About 6 foot, I reckon you'd have to be up in line with these, which is on line here. So it's like, I reckon 7-8 feet tall, this statue. Pretty damn cool. A lot of detail in it as well. And then as we were going upstairs, a bit of a blurry photo, but we went upstairs. So you go through these elevators that look like you're going up inside a space station elevator. Super awesome. Again, didn't take too many pictures there. We're going up here though. You can see all the food and drinks and stuff like that they've got just to help keep them going throughout the day. You've got a pool table here, massive Grimhex sign in the background, and yeah, cool sitting areas and stuff just to keep them relaxed when they're not working hard. sign was pretty damn cool. Just like in the game, you got these massive mechanical arms holding it in place as well. And them neon tubes. And that is a place in the game, if you're not familiar with that. One of the space stations, Grimhex, which is like a kind of criminal off-the-grid space station that you can get rid of your crime stat and get rid of illegal goods at. And it's built inside an asteroid. It's super cool if you haven't been to it in game. So then on the way up the stairs, there's a close shot of one of the Retaliators. Recently, a ship that's been updated. It's got like a modularity, so you can change front and back. It's got two parts to the ship, and this is a wider angle shot as well. So yeah, it's got two modules, like a bombing module and like cargo and stuff like that you can choose between. But yeah, that model super cool. I believe this is made by Mango Stone, same as the others. You can see Dev working hard at work over here in the background. There was a few other developers, even after this long weekend and people working late. They're obviously choosing to stay and put in some extra hours and stuff, which is awesome. I think they're getting time back in lieu or getting to get paid extra for it, which is pretty cool. They've all got their own desks that they decorate in their own ways. You'll see that in a bit later on after the main kind of tour that I show you. Another bit up, so that was one floor, and then you're going back up to the next floor up as well. Again, you've got staff in the background here. You can see still working around the offices. But it was quite late at night on a Sunday, so most of the devs had all gone home. This is the Gladius from in the game. This is the ship that Mark Hamill's character, Old Man, flies. Closest shot as well, all lit up. And yeah, it's just so cool, the attention to detail in this. And just a really cool decoration, you know, on the way up. So we go up to the top floor. You can see the famous Jared here. I actually took the photo the right way around here. This is their break room. So this is brand new, decorated, all set up. You've got, it's basically meant to look like Horizon or Horizon, however you're meant to pronounce it. Jared did have a little joke about that, saying all the devs say it differently. So this is the window. It's a bit overexposed here, but you can see it. It's as if you're actually on Horizon and you're looking at the windows to see all these kind of floating platforms, which is Horizon's base is a landing zone at Crusader planet, which is named after the manufacturer Crusader, and it's on a gas giant. So super cool. All of us BTS kind of sat on the seats here, and Jared done a nice speech after this and chatted to us and just said thanks. And then also Leah, she'd already said thanks, so it was a bit of a short thing because she'd already covered all this at the venue, but saying thanks for all our work and that we put in, and how proud she was to work to us, which was super cool. We've got a little video there, so that's going to prompt me to get out of this. Let me bring that up quickly so you can see this as well. So this is just a little pan around just to get an idea of that scope. Don't know if it'll cover the area, so you can see the Bengal over here will cover, but it goes down real far. We'll cover the rest in a minute, and we'll go back out of it. So next part. This is a shot from the other side of the stairs that I got, and you got a Bengal over here, and all the BTS people started walking around. The first bit I went to was over here. We'll go there in a second. You got some simmering around the corner, so not to jump too far ahead. So yeah, we went off to the statues there. There's another shot as well, just to get kind of a scope of how big it is. There is offices behind this wall as well. I'm going to cover that at the end. And then yeah, a few other bits we'll cover in a second. So these are the statues. Mango Stone made these. They make like stuff for loads of other film studios. They made some of the Clone Troop armor and equipment for Star Wars: The Force Awakens, along with plenty of other films, I imagine. So we go by. I got pictures of individually of these as well. So you've got the Marine here, based the UE Marine. You've got Old Man Mark Hamill there for a wax kind of work, you know, likeness. It's not too bad. I think it's pretty good. And then you've got Dusters as well. One of the kind of criminal gangs. Remind me of like the Tusken Raiders from Star Wars. Pretty cool armor work though. I like the mask. And again, so much detail in these. And then that's Hurston Security. So Hurston's again a planet named after a manufacturer, like company. Huge sprawling city. And yeah, one of the security detail for it. Again, I got another video, so let me click onto that and bring that up. Kind of cover this Or can I go full screen? Not sure if I can. We'll keep it like this. Full screen, there we go. Bit better. You see all the details here. I'm sure. Feel free to pause the video for the descriptions on them as well. You get a bit of scope of. They're full-size statues. I was ducking under someone else that was filming here as well because there's all of us trying to get videos and pictures. Right. Little detail of them as well, and it's cool that it shows their backdrop from where they're from. And this is my favourite armour. One of my favourite in the game as well. And just a little pan out as well there. Which is super cool. So yeah, that armour, super cool. And then you got Mark Hamill, another angle from him, all that detail in his suit. So it's old man, but his also name is Colton. But yeah, a lot of detail. Shows a bit better colouring in this picture as well of the Hurston armour. But detail in these, amazing. And just for like reference or for them to go, you know, to just get motivation, it's awesome for this to be in main studio for Cloud Imperium, just to have that around next to their break room. I wonder if it ever gets old for them. But yeah, another shot of them. Next up, we went around the corner, and this is the UEES Kruger. Bengal, one of the biggest ships in the game. If you saw the Squadron42 trailer, you would have seen this is the one that Gary Oldman and Mark Strong's characters on the bridge of. Massive fighter bay in the middle, but this is again made by Mango Stone. It's really cool because you've got fighters and stuff up here as well. The F-7As, the Retaliator, I believe, there. So they're kind of scattered around, flying above it. You've got the hangar doors open here so that it goes all the way through the hangar. Massive guns at the bottom, all lit up as well. Didn't realise till halfway through. You'll see in a video in a minute that you can actually see inside the bridge. It's an undershot angle of it as well. It's a detail. There's a closer shot here. You can just see how much detail is in this model. Amazing. And there's a fighter going into the bay here. Little shot, all lit up inside the actual hangar. And then there's a bit of detail on the bridge there. We've even got stairs up the bottom here. I think you'll fall down here, but I don't know if it's meant to be like glass floor there, viewing platform. We've also got another hangar here as well. This is on top deck. So, kind of got a double layered hangar. And you can see all the detail in here, inside the bridge. You've got a kind of the viewing orb there that you plan the battles from. And you've got ships flying above as well here. The F-7A. And again, little video. This is a prompt. I'll put everything in order so I don't miss anything. This is a full Bengal video. Look at that, it goes all the way through. And I wish I recorded it in RAW Max. I did not record this in full quality. Let's get all the detail in. We're all fighting to get a good angle shot here. The fighters up in here. All the detail, the models there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then one of the staff comes along and starts telling us about the bridge in a minute. All the massive cannons they've got on the side. These are like the size of ships as well. You can see these are all like the same scale. So these massive cannons are bigger than fighters.
Yep.
And the guns at the bottom are lit up as well. Something they pointed out, which is super cool. Massive cannons they've got.
There's also an interior on the bridge, which is pretty cool. If you get
And
close, just be aware that there are
oh, the antennas.
so please be very careful because they do fall off.
I guarded the Polaris.
The first time.
Look at that, all the way down there. Super cool. Another angle from looking out the window for Orison as well here. With the BTS folk. And then this is the sim rigs next to the Bengal there. So they put some tables in the way just so we don't all jump on them and have a go on the sim rigs. But they're awesome. They haven't got any eye trackers just for like pure gameplay sake. But they've got force feedback and everything and the dual sticks and all the buttons. You can see here. And they got like 4090s in them. These are like 128 gig of RAM. And I think they got the 14900K CPUs as well. They got a Monster Tech seats. They had them kind of demoed at the show. And these are Verpals, I believe the sticks are. Look at that load. Keyboard, mouse, all sticks. So one day. I wish. That's an angle from the ship. And then here, moving on from that, me in front of one of the trees. These are not real trees, by the way. But super awesome. We've got a massive Cloud Imperium sign there. Attention to detail, though. If you said they were real trees to someone, they'd probably believe them. I think they call them cherry blossoms, but I think in lore they've got a different name. It's the awesome Cloud Imperium sign lit up there. Nice angle of it, and you can see all the way down to the next area. This is just overlooking the stairs. So you've got main stairs in the middle that goes all the way through the offices. So it's quite evenly distributed. It's not like the stairs are one end of the office. I quite like that everyone can kind of, it's like even distance to the stairs. It's a little simple thing, but got these plants around here, and that's a nice shot of the Cloud Imperium sign there as well. I had to bring down the brightness because this sign was super bright, but briefing in progress. There is a cinema inside this room. They have these every day of the week. I think Monday to Thursday, Jared was saying. So Chris Roberts will have a meeting in there with the team, and they'll have a cinema room, because he said what's better than just a normal briefing room than a cinema. So he had that built just so they can actually go over it in detail and have a massive screen to kind of break down the game and how to improve it, and you know, everyone can see it. As super cool. So we weren't allowed in there, as you can see. I think JRDF got all this made within a few days, so they've been helping fabricate a lot of the stuff at the studio. They also make model ships, so that's primarily their job, but they've also been helping put all this together. I don't know how much they helped with, but hey, if you're watching this video by any chance, feel free to let us know, or if anyone knows. This isn't just another low shot of the tree. I got a couple of close-up shots just for attention to detail of these. Just goes across the whole studio, like, and the whole top floor here is amazing. They put a lot of work into it. And then this is another shot. So it's sunset on the other side of the studio. So this is again like you're on Orison, looking over one of the platforms. Got an MSR there. Or is that one of the... No, it looks like an MSR because of the engines, but it's one of the taxis. But yeah, awesome shot. And this is from the other angle, just so you can kind of get the perspective of this. So the coffee bar here. While I'm on the subject of coffee bar, Jared did say this is up for contention, where they spent money on a coffee bar and like their budget or whatever, and spent money on a barista, which they obviously have more than one barista because they've got to have shifts. And but this is so they can get back to work quicker. They've got a coffee bar rather than people having to make their own coffee and, you know, mess around with the coffee machines and then be late back to their desk. Or, you know, they've literally got a dedicated person to help keep everyone fueled, awake, stimulated, getting back to work, focused, working long shifts, which they are, and they choose to do so. Like, you know, when you get stuck in work, sometimes you just want to stay there and get the job done. And when they've got all these patches to push out, or when they're on a crunch and have to get it all done, then yeah, I have no problem with them getting this done, and it's super awesome they've done it in the theme in the game. So it's out of the video game. And next up, we've got the big screen. There is me. For context of size, I don't know if we've got another shot back earlier. That screen. You see it down here. So it's down the length of the studio, all the way down the end. The far end, they use this to like go over like Squadron42 demo. So yeah, biggest TV screen I've seen in person, I think. So we use that to go over and do quality control and assessment, and just, you know, go over bugs and do it with the whole team. So the whole team covers that top floor, I believe, and they'll review the game. And yeah, super awesome, massive screen. Love to play the game on it. Be amazing, or even just watch the Squadron42 trailer on it. And then here we go, the bar as well, the Orison theme bar, light up kind of marble effect, super cool, just like in the game. You've got the theme seats, the Voyager bar, which is in the game as well, and a good amount of coffee around here and syrups and stuff. So yeah, got Jared at the end, which we're about to go around to. So you got all the BTS stuff kind of sat around, some chatting to some of the staff and stuff, which is super cool. There's a picture of me and Jared, and it was amazing to see his kind of passion, and just he is just like he is if you watch in Star Citizen, the show that he runs on YouTube every week, and Star Citizen Live, SCL Live, is it just SCL and ISC? the abbreviations. But yeah, really cool chat to him. I wish I had time just to sit down and have a chat with him. He is like, we've got a lot of similar interests with Star Trek, Marvel as well. I know he plays the Marvel Snap games, seen on that, but if you follow him on Twitter, you'll see all that kind of stuff he's into. And he had the best trainers at the event as well. I don't know if I've mentioned it on any of the previous socials. He had Nike Air Maxes with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Each side, the Nike tick was themed after Michelangelo, Donatello and stuff. So yeah, that was really cool. I imagine he's got some really cool trainers he's collected his time. I'm a bit envious of that. But yeah, he had done a kind of speech to us all and just telling us about the job. And he basically, instead of like going to university and learning, spending like 20,000 or something to learn one job, he become an apprentice. And I forgot what studio or where he started. I know he's worked at Blizzard before and some other bigger companies, but he then went as an apprentice somewhere and learned how to do 30 jobs and got paid to do that. So that's a much better way around it rather than doing maybe one course. It depends if you are, because you don't, if you're set on kind of your career path, that's fine. But if you're not sure what you want to do, that he's obviously done it the right way, and he can program and do all the coordination, and he's the creative director, and he's pretty much doing everything. But he knows how to do everyone's job. So when he goes to like be a creative lead and lead everyone, can lead by example and show them how it's done, or at least have an understanding of their work, which is awesome. And it does show in the project, I think, that it would never not be the same without him. But yeah, that him doing the speech to us all and chatting to us, and like, yeah, it was quite surreal. So this is another just angle of the Orison outside, the shot, just a bit more detailed. All the lighting in the seats here as well, just so much attention to detail here. Another distance shot, and even the lighting up here, look at them, kind of not chandelier, but like the skylighting. And then even these screens here, the Discovery Tour screens, these are actually screens, not just like light up signs. So the petals are flying across there. They're like they are in game, basically. We've got a video, which I'm just going to grab, which I think is a little tour video. Where are we at? This is the full 360 video. So this is the one I grabbed at the end just to kind of get the perspective. We've got that screen all the way down the end. As you can see, it's kind of changed colour now because it kind of goes through a kind of screensaver cycle. You've got the suits off to the left edge, and then also behind this big wall, behind the kind of theatre seating that we had, that is move to the next slide. We're moving downstairs now, but yeah, behind this to the right is where all the CEOs and like Chris Roberts and the higher ups and directors and stuff are all based behind there. And the other end, right next to the TV screen, is where all the QA are, and they're embedded in the studio. So we go all the way back here. There's doors either side of the screen, and yeah, that's where all the QA are. So any other company like Blizzard or Call of Duty or anything like that, they would be in a separate building. When Jared, I think he did QA for Blizzard, he wasn't even allowed in the same building. His code wouldn't work in the main building. So they have them embedded there just so they have more of a direct influence and touch to the game and connection with the rest of the devs. So that's super cool that they do that, and I don't think any other studio in the world does it that way. So really cool to have that insight and to have it then in the main building. So then we come downstairs. So this is on the way out, so I grabbed a couple of snapshots. So this is like some wall art there, keep them motivated, pretty awesome. I think that's the Zeus Explorer suit, and then you've got Louisville here as well, pyro shots. So yeah, they've got all this artwork on the wall, got a desk there. And this is another one as well, a bit blurry. I'm on the way out. I was looking at this early, see some diffusers here, so I imagine it smells quite nice in there. But you don't, stuffy people working on their desks all day in a hot office, got these to keep everything fresh. But you've got these models. These were sent out by, I think it might have been JRDF, but please correct me in the comments. But they sent loads of, I don't know if every single dev, all 600 got it, but they got these. This is like a kind of celebration thing, so to say thanks, but they are Drake cutters. Yeah, so cutlasses, not cutters. I know when I said that, it sounded wrong. Drake cutlasses. This is black, I think. They've got black, steel, blue and red variants of that, depending on what, if it's like a security or sports, stuff like that. So if you play the game, you'll know, but definitely go on the website to have a look at all the different colours, variations. You can see obviously how people have different desks, and like in regards to like they've got different screen setups. They're a really good company to work for, like how they look after you. They've even got 2 seats here, so just looking at the small details shows that they have ergonomic seats for people that need it, keep you all comfortable, because you're going to be sat there for quite a while. So but yeah, that's a sneak peek, and you got a big screen down the end as well, I think, or it might be a whiteboard. It's hard to tell from this one snapshot I was passing through, but yeah, a lot of screens, a lot of computers. And also you can see down the bottom as well, these are 3090. So I know I said the gaming said 4090s. I believe from what I spoke to the she's a creative marketing artist, done the actual Bengal mouse pad, if you saw it, and she was saying all their PCs are like run on 3090s and 128 gig of RAM. I think all their like design PCs, but I don't know if that's certain devs or certain artists that actually deal with certain programming. I suppose it depends on what your job is, whether they're all the same. This is the outside sign again, and we come full circle. There was a couple of other pictures as well, so I'm going to exit this, and I think if I go back into it, go all the way through, we can get, there's a lot of pictures, you can tell. I added a couple of pictures at the end as well. You'll see what I'm skipping through here. So this is on the way out. So you had this I don't know if it's like a suit locker or something. This is in the game, but I think some of the community have made this and then gave it to the studio. You've also got an ASOP terminal made by ADI, Atlas Defense Industries, another org. I tried out at the event, which you may have seen a video of. They, again, if not, I'll cover that in the video that I covered with the BTS ones when I actually, with CitizenCon. And yeah, you got to try out, like, because I got to try it out before the event opened up. So I'll show you that video, and they basically made what the panel where you call your ships in from in-game. This is outside. This is opposite the studio. So you've got Versus Studios down the kind of, not road, but like same buildings we're looking at here, slightly to the right. And this is the opposite of the office building. And then this is me trying to get it as well. Because, you know, I had to try. No, I didn't even try. But that's where they do all the performance capture. But I think that's also where the only constant is. Where they record the ISCs and their kind of like weekly shows. And yeah, just final little shot of the studio, but just amazing. Of like, imagine this being your break room, like, and some people might argue, okay, it's a waste of money to put all that in just to have a normal break room, but would you really want to work at a company that just has like a couple of tables and chairs and maybe like a fridge or something? Like, this is what keeps them motivated. They're creative developers making the potential biggest game ever and most ambitious one, and it's the biggest crowdfunding game in history. That's something Jared was mentioning as well, and just saying there's a reason why he loves his job and why they've got this far and why they've got this here as well. So yeah, super awesome. So just like to say thanks again for letting us have a look around and seeing a sneak peek into the offices and stuff. It was super cool. Didn't have to do it, but yeah, meant a lot. And as you can see from this shot, it was amazing. It's yeah, they've done an amazing job, and definitely could go and live there. If they forgot to check us out, I think I'd still be there now. But yeah, it was super cool. And yeah, I will be covering the rest of the event, CitizenCon, and behind all the scenes and all what we got up to, and yeah, a few other bits as well, and just like a peek into how much work goes into it, how late they were working, like early hours of the morning every day. They're like, when Jared said on stage he didn't get any sleep, I believe him. It was some crazy days that they're working there, so they really did put a lot of effort in. So I'm sure I speak for the community when we say we appreciate that. And hopefully I get to do behind the scenes next year, and maybe another studio tour. We'll see. Might have a go on the sim rigs next time if we get a chance. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Again, there'll be loads more videos coming out for CitizenCon and also Star Citizen. They've got a patch going out. I think today 3.24.3 is going out to all backers, which is going to have the Star Lancer, the new ship in it, and it's going to be a pre 4.0 patch, which Pyro is on the way. So that's going to be super cool to see that patch rolling out really soon. And can't wait for Pyro as well. So we'll be trying to get some gameplay videos of that up as soon as it goes live. But yeah, the next video will probably be the merch video. So I brought loads of merch and also got some stuff to take home from the event, from like the VIP area and stuff like that. So some coasters, flags, all this kind of stuff. And also I got the premium goodie bag, so I'll do kind of a box opening for that all in the same video, show you what I got from the event and all the take homes from the community booth and a few bits of that way. And then the video after that will be the behind the scenes video that I'll try to post up this weekend. So keep an eye out for that. I hope you like this video. Please drop a like and also comment your thoughts, ask any questions. I obviously know a bit more than what I've been able to stress in this video, but I didn't want it to go on forever. So please feel free to ask any questions as well in the comments, or any videos you'd like to see from my kind of experience working behind the scenes and getting to have a little tour of the studio. We also went for drinks and spoke to some of the devs afterwards, even had a chat with Ben Curtis after this as well, which is super cool. And he's I think he's the lead creative director for ships, or creative design. There's so many different titles, it's really hard to remember their exact titles. I'm sure they forget half the time as well, which they in fact do when they're on the shows. They're like, what is your title now? And they struggle to remember because they've changed so many times. But yeah, he was on stage with John Crew for the ship panel, which I've only just watched today, but that was awesome. So yeah, let me know in the comments of anything you want to see or your feedback for this video. I really appreciate it. And yeah, if you feel like I've deserved it, hit that subscribe button as well. Plenty more Star Citizen content to come. Until next time, peace out.